Welcome. My name is Chuck, and this is Chuck's Customized Collectibles, where we take ordinary toys and make them into something very unique. To give you an example, we've taken this 31-inch Darth Vader, pretty cool, and we've customized into something totally different, a silver Darth Vader, definitely a talking piece whenever someone comes into their house. And again, spent a lot of time, a lot of imagination to create these unique, customized collectibles. And again, my name is Chuck. Welcome. This is a very exciting time for Chuck's Customized Collectibles. This is our very first video. We're calling it the Canadian edition because we are from London, Ontario, Canada. Today, our very first video, we're doing something very exciting. We're going to customize something that I've never customized before, and that is we are going to customize this 48-inch Darth Vader. Really cool, works, and found this on Facebook Marketplace. I like Kijiji here in Canada. I also like Facebook Marketplace. I actually picked up this 48-inch Darth Vader from Detroit, which is about 2 hours away. The seller was asking $150, and I offered him $30, and we met in the middle for $60, just because there's some scratches and it's used, but we didn't care because we plan on changing it all around. Again, this is our beginners first video. This is for beginners only, and we're going to need some things in order to get started. So in order to get started, you're going to need, well, star head screwdriver, a jar to keep your screws in. I like Rust-Oleum paint. It has a built-in primer. You're also going to need some other touch-up paints, paint sticks, sandpaper. Can't express it enough, guys. You are going to need lots and lots of sandpaper, scissors, fabric. First thing I'm going to really express is safety. Your safety comes first. You're going to need safety glasses, gloves, a respirator. Take the time, put your safety first, guys. You don't want to be breathing in these fumes. You don't want to have to be using special chemicals to wipe paint off your hands. That's the very first thing that I like to express. The other thing with regards to expressing is that $150 that I was willing to pay for this Darth Vader, I paid $60. The $90 difference, guys, I have to tell you, I invested the difference into an RRSP and a tax-free savings account, because a constant theme that you're going to continuously hear is pay yourself first. Think of your financial future. I'm with RBC Direct Investing, and I like to be able to control my money because no one is going to look after my financial future better than me. So we have some beginner things that we need. Safety first. Talk about financial responsibilities. And the third thing we're going to talk about is creativity. What do we need in order to get started? So step number one, we are going to disassemble this Darth Vader. Okay, so we managed to take Darth Vader apart, and took a whole lot longer than I thought. It's the first time taking this Darth Vader apart as well. We thought, We just unscrewed the screws in the feet, released them. Unfortunately, no, because of how it's designed. These actually clip. You put this together and slam it inside the Darth Vader, and it will clip into place. So in order to remove the shin and boots, you basically have to unscrew all of these screws in order to release it and then be able to pull out the shin. The other pain in the butt is how the tunic is actually tucked underneath the belt, which is a clean design, I get it. But in order to release the tunic, you have to remove this screw, which is hidden underneath this box. So you basically have to pry this box up, and apparently I broke some of the plastic clips. But again, if that's all the damage is done, we can just simply glue this into place and it'll be fine. We did remove the motherboard.
Skills are complete.
And we have the arms. 2 screws up at the top of the neck actually holds the cape in place. That's really cool. Gives it a clean design. And then the arms, we got to figure out how we're going to be able to take the arms apart, or if we're going to be painting them all together. I prefer to take them apart because of this black seam. If possible, I like to try to clean that up when it comes to my painting, because otherwise you get a black line just like how it is on the silver, just not clean. But I guess we'll figure that out if there's a way for us to pull it apart and clean it up. And that leads us into the next part of the build, is to prep. As you can see, again, this toy's been used for many, many years. It's got to get cleaned up, get all the residue from the factory off it, any oils that fingerprints leave behind. Again, just little things, but it seriously affects your fit and finish. So we're going to get things going along. It took us about half an hour just to take out the screws and figure out how to take it apart without seriously damaging the Darth Vader. But we're now at the stage where we can clean it all up, and then it's prepping it for paint. So we're going to be sanding and scuffing it up so that the paint will adhere a whole lot better to it, because the last thing you want is you knock it and then a chip of paint comes off and it just looks like garbage. So again, we're getting this prepared for prep for paint. So first things first, we're going to sand, and then we're going to clean it, and then we're going to look to see if there's any other spots that we need to sand, and then we're going to clean it again, and then hopefully we're going to get on to painting the silver color that we chose. Okay guys, so we've taken the Darth Vader apart. We're out here in the garage. This is where the magic happens. This is where the prepping starts. Got my mask, got some glasses. Gonna start sanding the Darth Vader down. And this is the tedious part. Sanding sucks. But the better we sand it, the better the finished product's gonna be. So I'm not gonna bore you with all the sanding details. I'll show some clips in between, but I'm not gonna record the whole sanding process because we don't have hours to make a video. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, so we've sanded our Darth Vader. I can tell you right now, not a fun time. It sucks. It takes hours and hours. So again, after sanding, we're going to clean it all up, try and get any residues, any dust, any excess oils from fingerprints, from years of being played with. And so we're going to clean it up with a light solution. But first, this is just an idea of what everything looks like while it's sanded. So this is the body of the Darth Vader, and as you can see, I have not cleaned this off. It is dusty, but I'm looking for these lines. This is something for the paint to grab onto. Okay, everyone, here we are. We've primed, we've sanded for 6 hours today, and made sure everything's all smooth. And that way we're not going to get any imperfections. And just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, Darth Vader's body's all primed up, nice and smooth. And again, lots of sanding. Sand, sand, sand. And when you think you're done, more sanding. And again, we're going to get it all ready. Just about to paint it. And we got the front ready. We have the arms ready. And we're almost ready to go. So we're going to not bore you with the painting. And you're going to see the final product. Welcome back, guys, to Chuck's Customized Collectibles, the 3 C's. We are now at the final stage, the final reveal, and we promised you something special. We're also going to have a bonus video later on. We're going to try to put out one video every month of a customized collectible. But without further ado, let's do a quick recap. Just to recap, guys, we're taking this 48-inch, 4-foot tall Darth Vader. Biggest mistake, biggest disappointment, the lightsaber does not light up. I don't understand why. Could have just simply put a light at the bottom and had it light up. However, I think that's my biggest complaint to this 4-foot tall, 48-inch battle buddy Darth Vader. And here at Chuck's Customized Collectibles, again, this is our first video, and to celebrate, we're not just going to do one reveal, we're going to do 2. First reveal, this is my thought if Darth Vader would have survived Return of the Jedi. I call this my light side Vader. I'm going to replace the red sword with a black dark saber, and my thought is that he would go to Mandalore and lead the Mandalorian people, and that's just what my thought process is on this Darth Vader. So again, functional. We didn't paint anything with regards to the boots or the hands. Yes, I noticed a hand is missing. That's because we're going to replace that red saber with a dark saber. The Darth Vader does work, says crazy things at the right time.
You are beaten. It is useless to resist.
I agree. And for our bonus and our double, not only did we do 1, we did 2. This is my thought of a Hoth Darth Vader when they went to Hoth and they were looking for the Rebel Alliance. And again, he works. It's white, silver, and again, we just did some things that I think that they should have. Just little added touches. And let's see, does he work?
Release your anger.
Yes. So let me know what you think, guys. Again, this Darth Vader, yes, it is missing the hand. It's because we are going to customize the hand, that non-working lightsaber. We are going to turn it into an actual lightsaber. And but I wanted to keep this as a beginner edition, keep it nice and simple. Very simple to do this, guys. Basically, we replace the cheap fabric, and I very disappointing with regards to the fabric. But again, I understand they're keeping things cheap, and we replaced this with very expensive material. Got this at Fabricland, basically $18 a meter, and each, the cape and the tunic, it's a meter each. So right off the bat, you're basically $40 just for the cape and tunics. And again, I'm going to replace that non-working lightsaber with an actual working lightsaber. And I wanted to keep this as a beginner edition. This is more intermediate, where you get into, you know, doing electrical stuff. But the only thing we did, guys, is basically we sanded, lots of sanding, and then we painted with primer, smoothed out the primer, because you're going to see little imperfections here and there. Smoothed it out the best that we could. And then we just simply put a master layer. So in this case, our master layer was white Rust-Oleum double coverage with built-in primer. And then this one here was the Rust-Oleum metallic. And then we just went over top, hand painted the silver, hand painted the black. And I noticed I did more finishing on this one than I did on this one. But again, I'll go over it and I'll just touch up some of the things that I'd like to touch up. And then we found this nice sparkly type paint and never seen it before. So we added some holographic to the eyes. And then we added some to his button and to his buttons as well. But from this to this and to this is Chuck's Customized Collectibles. Again, we'll do future videos when we actually do the actual final touches, where we get the lightsaber working and we get Darth Vader here, his dark saber. And eventually we will get on to doing some bases for these Darth Vaders as well. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and pass the channel along to friends and family. And as I mentioned, we're going to do a video every month, and just to give you some ideas of what we have done. There's a few more that we have done in the past. Again, we have Justice Lord, Superman, Brandon Roth, Harvey Keitel, and I call this Green Lantern Superman. And we've already seen my light side Darth Vader. A little bit different if you notice the boots and the 48-inch, they're black. Hands are silver, hands are black. Then we have a Venom Spider-Man, and then we have Eradicator Superman. And again, more to come, guys. We're going to do a video once a month. If you like what you see, please share in the comments. Please subscribe. Smash that like button. And we'll see you in the next video. Again, first video, Chuck's Customized Collectibles, the 3 C's. We customized this 48-inch, 4-foot tall Darth Vader. We have the Hoth Edition 48, and then we have the light side 48 Darth Vader. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.